Once there was a boy who often played alone in the playground. He came every day with a friend, but the friend would quickly leave him to join other children. One afternoon, as he sat on a bench watching everyone else play, a small dog approached him, wagging its tail and nudging his hand. The boy smiled, feeling happiness he hadn't felt in a long time, and each day, he returned to the playground just to be with his new friend, the dog. "You make me happy," he said, scratching behind the dog's ears. One day, as the boy and the dog played together, his friend sneered and threw a stick onto the road. The dog, eager to fetch, dashed after it. The boy's heart froze as he saw the dog run onto the road, and then his world shattered as a car struck the dog. "No," he cried, rushing to his injured friend while the other children laughed. Kneeling by the dog, he gently moved it out of harm's way, his tears falling freely. At that moment, a kind man approached. "I'll help you," he said, lifting the injured dog in his arms. Together, they took the dog to the vet, who examined it with care. "The dog's leg is broken," the vet said gently, noticing the boy's worried face. "But don't worry, he'll recover with time and rest." The boy sighed in relief, grateful beyond words. The man helped the boy bring the dog home, and with his father's help, they built a cozy shelter and made sure the dog was comfortable and cared for. The next morning, the boy went to the playground alone. When his friend spotted him, he sneered again. "Where's your dog?" "He's recovering at home," the boy replied. His friend laughed, "Well, go play alone, then," and skipped off to join the other children. In time, the dog recovered, and the boy was overjoyed to have his loyal friend by his side once again. Together, they returned to the playground. This time, when the boy arrived, he noticed his old friend sitting with an arm in a sling. "What happened to your arm?" he asked gently. "I fell, but it's nothing," his friend replied, looking away. "I'm sorry, about the dog." For a moment, the boy stayed silent, then nodded. "Do you want to play together?" his friend asked, glancing at him shyly. The boy thought for a moment. "Sure," he said with a smile. They started playing football, with the dog lying nearby, watching contentedly. As the game went on, the boy began to win. Suddenly, his friend shoved him, causing him to fall hard and twist his leg. "It hurts," the boy cried, clutching his leg. His friend, seeing his pain, just laughed. "I didn't really want to play with you anyway." "I was just kidding," he sneered, leaving the boy alone on the ground. The boy couldn't move his leg and was beginning to feel scared. Just then, he heard a familiar voice, gentle and calm. "I'll help you," the man from before said, appearing at his side. The boy felt a rush of relief. The man picked him up and took him to the hospital, where the dog waited outside patiently. The doctor examined the boy's leg and asked, "How did this happen?" "My friend pushed me," the boy said softly. The doctor placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Not everyone who seems to be a friend truly is. Real friends lift you up, not push you down." As the boy healed, he realized he had found his true friend not in the playground but in his loyal dog and the kindness of a stranger. And as he walked with his dog in the days that followed, he knew he had gained something more precious than just another playmate. He had gained a friend who cared for him unconditionally. "Is my leg going to be okay?" the boy asked anxiously. The doctor smiled reassuringly. "You'll be just fine. By tomorrow, you'll feel much better." The kind man helped the boy get home, walking slowly to support him. The boy's dog trotted faithfully beside them, tail wagging. Suddenly, the dog spotted the boy's old friend nearby and began barking protectively. The friend, startled and nervous, turned and started running. But he stumbled, fell, and hurt his arm. In pain, he shouted, "Help! The dog hurt me." The man leaned down and whispered in the boy's ear, "Life often gives back what you do to others." A few days later, there was a knock on the boy's door. His father opened it to find a policeman standing outside. "Your son's dog has injured another child," he said. The father was taken aback. "We'll need to take the dog away," the policeman added gently. Heartbroken, the boy's father turned to him. "Why did the dog hurt your friend?" he asked, disappointment in his voice. But the boy only lowered his head, holding back tears. The next day, the boy sat alone in his room, feeling the deep ache of missing his dog. "I miss him so much," he cried. After weeks without his faithful friend, the boy returned to the playground. Sitting quietly on the bench, he thought of the happy times with his dog. Just then, he heard a familiar voice behind him. "Turn around," the voice said gently. The boy turned and saw the man, holding his dog. Overjoyed, the boy leaped up and hugged him. "Thank you so much," he shouted, and the dog nuzzled him, wagging its tail in excitement. The man smiled and said, "Let's take a walk together." As they strolled through the park, the man spoke kindly, "Your friend used to hurt you, and real friends don't do that." "I just didn't want to be alone," the boy replied softly. The man put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You're not alone. Life has rewarded you with a true friend in your dog." The boy smiled, understanding the gift he had been given. "He makes me happy every single day," he said, glancing down at his dog, who looked up at him with loyal eyes. The boy began coming to the playground daily, this time with his dog by his side. One day, he noticed his old friend sitting alone on a bench. Approaching him, the boy asked gently, "Why are you sitting here by yourself? Why don't you play with your other friends?" The old friend looked up, sadness in his eyes. "No one wants to be friends with a fake friend," he admitted quietly. The boy thought for a moment, then sat down beside him. "Sometimes, all we need is someone who cares," he said, patting his dog's head. From that day forward, the boy, his dog, and his old friend slowly learned to play together with kindness and trust, each understanding a little more about what true friendship really means.